Okay, another thing Bob had to say about you was difference is I speak with facts and the truth. Lee has his own version of the truth and skew things to gain favour with the fans as well as pity.
Pity.
Always the victim. Always the guy getting the short end of the stick. Pun intended. Just like his recent example of the Arnold seminar and his comments. Quote from Lee, paraphrasing. Arnold talks about getting rid of the bellies and everyone applauds. I say it and I get banned for life from the IFBB. Fact. Lee got banned for competing in another federation.
That is fact. Yes, I did get banned for competing in the PDI, which was a 1 year, which they turned into a 2-year ban. So, yes, Bob, that is fact. But then I got my pro card back. And I had it from 08 to 010, and I just didn't renew it, so I pretty much gave my pro card up. It wasn't taken off me. Fact. So I wasn't an IFBB pro when I was doing the VPX radio shows with John Romano. Another fact. And on that show we talked about the judging, the politics, and just how some shows were run bad. We talk about how some shows were run good. I never cried victim once. I was always happy with my placings, considering how I was always outspoken, and to get the placings I did and the contracts I had, I was always happy. So there's another fact. I never tried to get pity or played victim in anything. And then let's see, take it back now. I got suspended for competing, fact. Got my pro card back, fact. Had it for 2 years, fact. I didn't renew it, that's a fact. So I just let it go, did a radio show, and then we did this radio show for a while, John Romano and I, where we talked about the politics, how bad competitors looked, the bad judging in the IFBB, etc., etc. I went to go to Norway to compete, and then I find out I'm suspended for life, fact. So I got suspended for life, I guess, for my comments, and that's a fact. Because like I said, I wasn't suspended for life for competing elsewhere. So Bob needs to do his homework there.
So if you were banned for life for speaking out against the IFBB, like what action will be taken against Arnold?
Well, what do you think? Arnold lines their pockets. And another fact is, I never tried to gain favour from the fans. The fact is, he can go back and point out these things that I haven't told the truth on. Go back and find out something that I did lie about or haven't told the truth on, Bob, because I've always told the truth to the fan, because unlike you, I'm paid by sponsors, you know, supplement companies or equipment companies. I'm not paid by the IFBB, so I don't need to kiss the IFBB's ass or remain in favour of the IFBB to get paid or have a job like you. Fact. So of course we know what side you're going to be on, Bob, when it comes to anything to do with the IFBB, because they're the ones where you're making your money from. I never did. I had the opportunity to make money from the IFBB when I competed in an IFBB show. So if I do an IFBB show, yes, I had the opportunity if I placed well to make money from them, but the IFBB never paid me a wage, so that's why I used to speak out. I was with supplement companies, so when I was suspended, I still made money because I was being paid from a supplement company, not the IFBB. If Bob was to speak out, what, he wouldn't get all those MC jobs now, would he? Or the other stuff he does with the IFBB, they wouldn't allow him to do that now, would they? You have a fact with Jose Raymond speaking out saying he'd love to have the opportunity to compete with me on stage and be there on stage with me competing with one of the great short guys in the world, you know, that sort of thing. Fact is what he said. And then fact, he told me that then he got a phone call saying, don't you ever say that again or speak about Lee Priest, blah, blah, blah. That's another fact, Bob. So Bob needs to get his facts straight if he wants to talk about pitying and going over all this waffling that he's going on with, because, like I said, he's paid by the IFBB, so I'm not.
Oh, and look, people say, oh, he's bitter, he's twisted or whatever, and it's nothing like that. It's
Me, I've never been bitter. Like I said,
when you hear about people being banned from going,
I don't get bitter. I get upset because I see guys getting screwed over and this happening to guys. And like I said, when I was in England, I see these guys who want to compete elsewhere and can't and get banned. Or you see a guy, like I said, will go somewhere and compete, and he could be the best on the day, but he won't do well because he competed somewhere else or he trains at a different person's gym. So that's just silly, you know. It just goes on with the IFBB. No other organisation cares where you compete apart from them. So that's just stupid. There's another fact, you know. I could name people who've been with the IFBB and have left. Even judges, they can tell you stories. So all these things that I would come up with and hear, they're generally from IFBB past pros who were too scared to speak out when they were a pro. from IFBB judges, IFB promoters, people who have been in the sport, but because they wanted to remain in the good side of the sport at the time, never spoke out or said anything because they wanted to go here and judge a show. They wanted to go there, but if they spoke out at the time, they would have been in trouble. Or if they had a gym and put shows on, here you have Simon Feen that puts on the Body Power. When they told him, you heavily priest at your gym will suspend your athletes or you'll lose the show, he's like, go ahead. He goes, when I put on the show last time, the Body Power show, I lost over $100,000, so you're doing me a favour, go ahead. But I'm having lead at my gym. You don't tell me when I'm running my business who I can have come to my gym. So there's another fact. So we can go on about facts all day, Bob, but, you know, he needs to get his right before he speaks out, so...